This message is sealed with fire. Archangel Michael says, "The truth inside is not for the faint-hearted." My beloved child, this message reached you because your soul has been chosen to carry a flame that others fear to touch. You are standing at the edge of a divine revelation. One so powerful it had to be sealed by fire itself. Because not everyone is strong enough to hold what you are about to receive. If your heart is beating faster right now, it's because your spirit already recognizes the weight of this moment. There are forces watching you right now. Not with evil, but with awe. Because even though you suffered in silence, even though the world tried to dim your light, heaven kept whispering. Don't give up. Every tear you cried, every time you thought no one was listening, the archangels were gathering your sorrow like sacred water in golden jars. This message was hidden inside the vaults of the heavenly realm. Only when the fire of truth was strong enough to burn through layers of deception was it released. And today it was released for you. That's not an accident. That's a divine signal. There is a secret about your life that has been kept from you for years. Not by mistake, but by divine design. Archangel Michael says, this secret is tied to your destiny. And if revealed too soon, it could have destroyed your path. But now the seal is broken. And now you are ready. In a courtroom of heaven, your name was whispered in thunder. A council of light debated your future while your soul stood in silence. The decision was final. This fire would reach you only when the spiritual temperature of your life had reached the point of readiness. You are not ordinary. You never been. That's why you've been misunderstood, judged, even rejected by people you love. But then pain wasn't punishment with preparation, because the one who carries the sealed fire must walk through flames first. Something happened the day you were born. A Katic alignment. A divine scroll was written with your name on it, and only 3 archangels were allowed to see it. One of them was Michael. The words on that scroll have not been spoken on earth until now, but they are coming. A dream you had years ago. One that made no sense to you back then. It was not imagination. It was the first spark of the sealed message trying to reach your awareness. You ignored it. You forgot it. But heaven didn't, because heaven doesn't forget the ones it marks with fire. This isn't a fairy tale. This is a spiritual transaction. And by listening to this message, your soul is stepping into an ancient agreement you made long before you entered this world. Archangel Michael says, this is the hour where the secret becomes visible and your enemies begin to tremble. The truth is, someone tried to alter your path. A human hand tried to interfere with a divine script, but Archangel Michael intervened. He retrieved the scroll before it can be rewritten. And now he's placing it back in your life with power, with protection, with prophecy. Don't mistake delay for denial. The silence you've experienced wasn't abandonment. It was sacred stillness, a divine waiting room preparing you for the intensity of the fire. Because once this seal is broken, nothing in your life will remain the same. The signs were always there. The repeated numbers, the unexplainable instincts, the moments you walked away from something and later realized you were saved. Those were not coincidences. They were heavenly breadcrumbs leading you back to this exact moment. There is someone connected to your bloodline who tried to keep this fire from reaching you. Their fear wasn't about you. They feared what you would become if you ever discovered the truth. But truth cannot be buried forever. You always finds its flame. You felt it lately, haven't you? That strainy pull, that heaviness in your spirit, that sense that something big is coming, but you couldn't name it. And now you can. This is what your soul is sensing. The sealed fire is opening. From today you will start noticing rapid shifts. People exiting without explanation. Unexpected offers coming from nowhere. Secrets being revealed through dreams, through whispers. Through gut feelings you cannot ignore. That's how the fire works. It doesn't shout, it reveals. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear what is leaving your life right now. The people walking away were never meant to see your glow fully lit. The blessings arriving require you to make space. Even the pain had to leave, or else it would poison the promise. The fire will test you before it blesses you. It will strip illusions. It will burn the false timelines you clung to. But what remains will be unshakable. Because only truth survives fire. And you, my child, were built to rise from ashes, not collapse in smoke." Listen closely. In the next 72 hours, a coded confirmation will reach you. A voice, a name, a vision, something so aligned it will send chills down your spine. That is Archangel Michael's way of proving this message was not imagination. It was divine intelligence. You don't have to chase this fire. It has already found you. Your only job is to stay open, to receive, and to let the seal burn away what no longer belongs. This is your divine permission to rise. Something massive is unfolding behind the veil right now. And the enemy is panicking because the version of you that is rising can't be controlled, manipulated, or delayed anymore. The old you burn. The new you flames with divine clarity. Stay till the end. What you're about to hear next may bring tears to your eyes. But those tears will not be of sorrow. They will be of release. The flame that has been placed in your soul is not just symbolic. It is alive, intelligent, and it remembers everything. It remembers the moment you were broken, the moment you begged for answers, and the moment you thought no one saw you, but heaven did. Archangel Michael stood beside you in your darkest hour, not to remove the fire, but to protect what was sealed inside it. Because the truth meant for you could only be delivered when your heart had survived enough to carry it. There are secrets about your journey that even you were not allowed to see until now. Not because you were unworthy, but because timing is everything in the divine realm. If fire is released too soon, it burns the vessel. But if fire is released at the divine moment, it lights up the path. And now the path ahead is glowing with golden embers. You are not lost, child. You are in the middle of a holy rerouting. Something sacred was stolen from your destiny years ago. A moment of delay that caused you pain. But what was stolen is being returned multiplied. You are not behind. You are on divine timing. The deed was part of the scroll. The pain you endured wasn't punishment. It was prophecy being prepared. Listen closely. Someone in your life tried to curse you with limitation. They smiled to your face but spoke death behind your back. Not death of body, but death of purpose. They tried to bury your spark beneath shame, guilt, and fear. But Archangel Michael says, the sealed fire cannot be smothered by human hands. What they spoke over you has been cancelled. You have been called misunderstood, too emotional, too intense, too much. But the truth is, you were never too much. You were just burning too brightly in a world that prefers dim lights. That's why they couldn't stand next to you. That's why they left. And it's why heaven never did. You may not realize this yet, but an inheritance of spiritual power is unlocking right now. This isn't money. This isn't fame. This is something far more eternal. This is divine authority. You will begin to speak and people will listen. You will enter rooms and atmospheres will shift not because of your ego but because of the flame you carry. Archangel Michael says someone will try to return to your life very soon. Their timing will look innocent but their motive is surveillance. They want to see if you've figured it out yet. If you've noticed your own rise. Stay alert. The sealed fire inside you must be guarded, not just shared. Your dreams have been intense lately, haven't they? Symbols, faces, strange villains that feel too real. That's not imagination. That's divine intelligence activating through your subconscious. You are being trained in the spirit while you sleep. That's why you wake up tired. But soon you will awaken with divine memory. You are being given the ability to see beyond what is said, to sense the truth behind a smile, and to read the energy in a room without a word spoken. That is not paranoia. That is prophetic perception. Heaven gave it to you for protection. Use it wisely. The enemy of your destiny fears your voice the most. Because when you speak truth, the shackles break. When you walk in boldness, systems tremble. That's why you were attacked so heavily in your past. Your voice with a target. But now your voice is being set on fire. A divine reversal is being written. As you hear this, the very situation that made you cry will become the place of your laughter. The very door that slammed in your face will beg to reopen. But you will not knock again. Because heaven is building you a new door, one they cannot close. People around you may start to act strangely soon. Some may distance themselves. Others may grow silent. Don't panic. Don't chase. The fire inside you will expose what words cannot. Some hearts cannot handle what God is doing in you. Let them go. Protect your flame. In the realm of spirit, an announcement has been made. Your name has been declared in the courts of heaven. Angels have been assigned. Blockages have been removed. What was hidden in the fire is being revealed piece by piece. Do not rush it. Do not fear it. Let the fire show you. Archangel Michael says, you are not stepping into a new chapter. You are stepping into a new book. The old story is finished. The betrayal, the loss, the confusion, it served its purpose. But now heaven is handing you a pen. You will write in fire. You will move in clarity. If you're hearing this right now, it's because you're one of the few that can carry this fire and not be consumed. You were born for this. You were shaped by storms. You survived what others did. And now your reward is not just restoration. It is revelation. Before this week ends, you will receive a sign so specific. It will shock your spirit. You won't need to question it. It will align perfectly with this message. Pay attention. Write it down. That moment will be your fire. Confirmation. People will say you've changed and you must say yes. I was never meant to stay the same. The fire was always part of the plan. The flame was always in your bones. Now it is time for the world to feel your heat. There are people who secretly admired you but never had the courage to say it. They saw your glow but were afraid to stand in your light. Soon they will speak, but by then you will have risen beyond their expectations. Heaven is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to be available. The fire doesn't look for flawless vessels. It looks for open ones. You don't need to know everything. You just need to stay lit. Now take a deep breath. Feel the fire rising in your chest. That's not anxiety. That's awakening. You are not the same person you were when this message started. You are shedding illusions. You are stepping into fire-fueled truth. If this message stirred your soul, you are part of the chosen flame carriers. Your journey is not random. Your pain was not wasted, your reward will not be delayed. The fire hath been sealed for you until now. Before you go further, I need you to do something sacred. Type Amen 3811 in the comments right now. Not for views, not for validation, but as a public sign to the heavens that you are ready for what's coming. Also, pause and hit the share button. Let this fire reach another soul who needs it. Subscribe so you never miss a message like this again. Comment your city and let the angels locate your signal. Your alignment begins now. Stay till the end. There is something in part 3 that your spirit has waited years to hear. Don't you dare miss it. The fire is just getting started. The heat you're feeling right now is not emotional. It's spiritual activation. That tingling on your skin, the pounding in your chest, that rising energy behind your eyes. It's the flame waking up inside you. It has waited in silence, sealed under spiritual locks. Because only now have you become ready enough, strong enough, prepared enough to carry the weight of what it truly means. Archangel Michael says, this message was delivered to you through fire. Not just as a warning, but as a breakthrough. The things you've been questioning, the silent chaos you've been feeling in your chest. It's not confusion. It's the start of a spiritual awakening so powerful. It had to be hidden in coded moments until now. That's why you've been sensing something but couldn't name it. You were being nudged toward the furnace. There was a moment, you cried alone, convinced no one in heaven heard you. But as your voice trembled in desperation, an angel wrote every word in the air above you. The flames of that moment sealed this message. It's why it feels so personal. Because it is personal. Your tears were the ink that signed this scroll. You need to understand this. The fire isn't only coming to bless you. It's coming to separate you. Separate you from what you've outgrown. Separate you from patterns that no longer serve your highest destiny. Separate you from people whose energy is choking the light you carry. And even though it may feel like loss, it is divine positioning. There's someone in your past who still thinks they have spiritual access to you, but that contract has expired. They don't know it yet, but the fire has already closed the portal. What they tried to attach to your name, jealousy, confusion, guilt, it will now backfire. Not by revenge, but by divine justice. Because what is sealed by fire cannot be touched by shadow. From today, time will begin to feel different. What used to take years will start happening in days. Delays will dissolve. Locked energy will break open. Because when the fire is moving, the timeline bends to accommodate the urgency of your destiny. That's why it feels like life is speeding up. It is. There will be a moment very soon when you'll be tempted to go back to something familiar, something safe, the job, a person, a routine. But Archangel Michael urges you, do not return to what you were rescued from. The fire didn't break you free so you could rebuild your cage. Forward only. Burn the bridges that lead to your smaller self. The voice you've been hearing inside your dreams. The one calling your name that is not your imagination. That is your higher self. Your divine identity trying to remind you of who you were before the world named you. That voice is ancient, clear, and fearless. And now it's getting louder because the flame is removing the veil. You might feel tired, even overwhelmed right now. That's okay. A shift is real. Your spirit is recalibrating. When fire enters the soul, it purges the dust, the residue, the memories that made you feel powerless. Let it cleanse you. Let it purify the pieces of your story that still ache. In the coming days, someone will speak your name in a conversation you're not a part of. Their words will either bless you or curse you. But fear not, heaven is recording it. And if their words are rooted in envy or deceit, the fire will respond with holy consequence. Not because you seek revenge, but because the flame defends what it seals. Everything you've gone through was not random. The failed friendships, the betrayals, the silent seasons, the long nights of doubt. All of it was part of the refinement. The fire does not destroy the chosen. It removes what is not true. And now all that remains is sacred. There is someone connected to your future who is being prepared for you. You've never met them, or perhaps you met but were separated by divine timing. But now their heart is being stirred, they feel the same spiritual quickening. They are dreaming of you without knowing why. The fire is calling them too. Don't rush it. Don't force it. When it's time, your flames will find each other. And when that moment comes, it won't be based on games or guessing. It will be divine clarity, because fire doesn't stutter when it recognizes another flame. You are becoming too bright to remain unnoticed. Opportunities will start coming that feel bigger than what you expected. Take them. They are not too big for you. They were just waiting for the fire inside you to awaken. This isn't luck. It's alignment. The delay was for this precise calibration. There is something in your home that no longer carries your new energy. An object, a letter, a memory. You will feel it when you touch it. It will feel heavy, off, misaligned. Archangel Michael urges you to release it. Let the flame clear the space so your next blessings have room to land. Don't be surprised if you start weeping unexpectedly. That is spiritual detox. The fire is pushing unspoken grief to the surface. Let it out. Don't judge it. Don't suppress it. Every tear is a healing. Every release is a rising. You may also begin to sense new gifts activating. Intuition sharpens. Coincidences increase. You may hear songs, see numbers, notice names repeating. These are not small things. These are spiritual signs. The fire is speaking. And the more you acknowledge it, the louder it becomes. You are not who you use it to bathe. You are becoming someone even your past self would weep to see. The version of you rising now is not built on pain. It's built on purpose. And that purpose has roots in the divine realm. If your heart is racing right now, that's confirmation. Your soul is saying yes. The seal is cracking. The message is pouring. The fire is yours now. Carry it with reverence. Speak only when led. Move only when aligned. And trust that the flame knows where it's going. Type Amen 2941 below to confirm your spirit has received this part of the message. This is more than a comment. This is a soul signature. Stay till the end. The fire is not done revealing. The next words may change how you see everything. From the moment you press play, something in the unseen realm responded. A gate that had been sealed for years has now opened. Not with noise, not with chaos, but with heat, light, and divine urgency. Archangel Michael stood before that gate with fire in his hands and whispered your name into eternity scroll. And now, what was hidden is rising from the ashes, glowing with truth that will burn through every lie ever told about you. There is a pattern that has followed you for far too long. A cycle that repeated itself even when you tried everything to break free. You thought it was just bad luck. You blamed yourself. But Michael says no more. That cycle was the result of an ancient wound, not your weakness. And now the flame is dissolving that chain link by link. Shame by shame. A generational shadow tried to lay over your life like a veil. It spoke through voices that told you to settle, to stay small, to question your power. But this fire is not just for you, is ancestral, is ancient, is holy. You were born to break the silence that your lineage never had the strength to break. The seal was set on you because heaven knew you'd be the one. There are memories in your body that you don't even consciously remember. Your cells have stored fear, stored rejection, stored emotional patterns passed down like spiritual DNA. But the fire now flooding your soul is reprogramming your very being. You are not just healing. You are being reigning. The past is losing its grip on your name. You have been misjudged, misunderstood, and misused. But Michael wants you to know heaven never miscalculates. Every person who walked away was guided away. Every closed door was sealed for your safety. Every delay was sacred protection. You didn't lose time. You were being preserved. There will be a moment very soon when someone from your past tries to reach you again. They'll pretend it's a coincidence, a casual message, an innocent check-in. But listen carefully. The fire inside you will instantly know the truth. Don't let old energy sit at the new table God is preparing for you. Archangel Michael says, there is an altar being built in your name right now. Not by human hands, but by light. It carries your spiritual signature and it radiates with the promises that are about to manifest. Your prayers have not been ignored. They were gathered like jewels. And now heaven is responding. A breakthrough is being sealed into your timeline. Even as these words are being spoken, it will appear suddenly, quietly, without warning, but with undeniable confirmation. When it comes, don't hesitate. Don't second guess. You will know. And if you follow the flame, it will lead you exactly where your soul has been crying out to go. You've seen signs lately. Repeating numbers, flickering lights, recurring words. That's not superstition, that's spirit. The flame is intelligent. It doesn't just burn. It speaks. Pay attention. Document what you see. You are in the middle of divine communication. What others call strange, you will soon call sacred. There is someone who mocked your faith behind closed doors. They rolled their eyes at your belief, laughed at your prayers, doubt in your dreams. They won't admit it, but they watched your glow. And now they feel your flame rising, and it's unsettling them. But don't seek validation, fire doesn't explain. It transforms. From this point forward, your silence will carry more weight than your explanations. Your presence will say more than your defense. That's the power of the flame. It eliminates the need to prove. You don't have to convince anyone of what you carry. Let your transformation speak. Your mind is clearing. Your heart is recalibrating. Your energy is stabilizing. These are not coincidences. They are the signs of a spiritual realignment. Everything that was misaligned is falling off. Everything that was stolen is returning. The flame is making you magnetic to everything that belongs to you. Archangel Michael reveals that you are about to witness someone get exposed. Their true nature will come out. It will shock you, but it won't surprise your soul because deep down you always knew. This fire isn't just revealing your truth. It's also uncovering the lies around you. There's a scroll in heaven with your name engraved in fire. It is not a new scroll. It was written before time, but now it's been unsealed. That means the timelines that were hidden from your human eyes are about to unfold in the physical world. Dreams, visions, sudden insight, all are about to increase. The moment you accepted this fire, you accepted the responsibility of no longer pretending to be less than who you are. You've outgrown rooms, patterns, and even parts of your personality that were built for survival. The flame has made you a new creation, not by force, but by revelation. Soon, a location connected to your past will appear again, either in person, a memory, or a dream. This is your test. Will you respond like the old you or rise like the new you? The flame won't let you regress. It will guide you forward with grace and holy discernment. This is the moment to speak life into yourself again. You are not forgotten. Sighs, you are not lost. You are not too late. You are right on time and the fire proves it. Say it aloud. I receive the flame. I receive the mission. I accept the rise. Now I need you to move with intention. If you are feeling this in your chest, your stomach, your spirit, pause and type Amen 701 in the comments. This is not a comment. It's a spiritual agreement. It is your way of saying, I am ready. Hit the share button. If your heart is on fire, let this reach someone whose life is hanging in silence, waiting for a message like this. Subscribe so the flame never leaves your path and comment your initials or your birthday to activate what is being unlocked right now. There is a wind moving around your name that has not touched the earth before now. It carries the scent of something ancient and sacred. A promise that was hidden for years under layers of delays, heartbreak, and confusion. Archangel Michael says, this wind has been released not to disturb you, but to deliver you. Everything that was sealed in the fire is now entering the realm of manifestation. The time of spiritual waiting has ended. The time of divine revealing has begun. You're going to start noticing how people look at you differently, some with awe, some with fear, some with confusion. That's because they are seeing something that words cannot explain. Your glow is no longer hidden. The flame has risen through your skin. Even if you try to hide it, you can't. What's been sealed with fire doesn't blend in. It stands out. There is a certain relationship in your life that's being tested by this flame. The connection was built in a time when your soul was still asleep. And now that you've awakened, you may find the energy between you and that person no longer fits. Don't force it. If it fades, it's because the fire burned through the illusion. Let it go with grace. What stays will strengthen. What leaves was never real. A new assignment is being written over your destiny right now. It's something you've never done before, but your soul already knows how to carry it. You may feel fear, but don't confuse fear with misalignment. It only feels unfamiliar because your old self never had access to this level of fire. But your new self is ready. Step in boldly. Archangel Michael says, your voice is about to matter in ways you never imagined. Not everyone will applaud it. Not everyone will understand it. But the ones who are meant to be lit by your fire will find you. Speak anyway. Your words are keys. Your presence is a scroll. And when you open your mouth with truth, chains will fall off people who don't even know why they were crying. Pay attention to who compliments your silence but never supports your rise. They liked you more when you were dim. When your light was manageable, when your fire was contained. But now that you're stepping out of the fog, those same people will start to distance themselves. Don't chase them. They were only assigned to your past, not your purpose. There will be a financial opportunity within the next few weeks that seems too good to be true. It will come from someone you expect. It may come in a strange way through a connection, a sudden opening, a chance to do something different. Don't brush it off. This is divine currency arriving through unfamiliar hands. Heaven's wealth doesn't look like the world's money, but it multiplies when it aligns with your mission. You've been given dreams in pieces. Clues, visions, names that make no sense when you wake up, but these are coded messages. The fire doesn't speak in full sentences. It speaks in sparks. Write them down. Even if they don't make sense now, a time will come when one word will unlock the next 5 years of your life. A divine helper is being dispatched to your path. Sighs, this person has no hidden agenda. They are not sent to distract you or test you. They are sent to assist you. When you meet them, your spirit will feel peaceful and safe. Don't let fear of the past keep you from accepting the blessing of the present. This is not a trap. It's a gift wrapped in the human form. There is a territory, physical or spiritual, that you are about to enter. You've never walked here before. It may feel overwhelming at first, but you belong here. The enemy knows it, too. That's why you've been experiencing increased resistance. But heaven says the resistance was confirmation, not rejection. But sealed with fire cannot be denied. You may feel like everything in your life is shifting at once. Relationships, routines, even the way you think. That's not chaos. That's calibration. The fire is reordering your frequency to match your divine scroll. Let the shifts happen. Don't cling to the old because it feels familiar. Step into the unfamiliar because it holds your future. People will soon come to you for advice. They'll say something about you is different. And you must know this is not about being better than anyone. This is about being aligned. You are not ahead. You are in sync. And that alignment is what creates attraction, success, favor, and clarity. Archangel Michael says, there's a spiritual document that was withheld until this exact season. It has your name written in a heavenly language, and it contains an assignment so sacred it required fire to protect it. That document has now been retrieved. And every day going forward, you'll begin to feel pieces of that assignment rise within you. There is an old version of you that's still trying to hold on. It doesn't want to let go of the patterns, the numbness, the doubt. That's okay. Be gentle with it. But don't return to it. You are not betraying your past by becoming your future. You are fulfilling with the fire, new but you all along. Soon someone you once admired will be revealed for who they truly are. You'll see clearly what you once ignored. That revelation will not break you. It will liberate you because now your clarity cannot be manipulated. You have fire in your veins. You can't be fooled again. Every single day, the flame will teach you something new. How to rest, how to love, how to listen to your body, how to trust your own voice. You'll learn that fire is not just power, is peace. And peace is your new home. If you've stayed with this message this far, it means your soul was already prepared for this download. You didn't stumble here by mistake. You were guided. You were summoned. You were called. And this calling is real. Type Amen 4 9002 in the comments to seal this next layer into your field. This is your yes to heaven's unfolding. This is your agreement with the fire that is reshaping your life. Now pause and share this. Not for numbers, but because someone else needs to see themselves in this message. Someone else is quietly breaking and doesn't know why. Be the bridge. Be the spark. Be the flame bearer. And hit subscribe now, because the message that follows is not just another part. It's a full-blown spiritual activation. Something sacred is about to be revealed that was hidden from the beginning of your journey. Stay till the end. The next moment holds a truth that your ancestors prayed you would discover. Don't miss it. Don't scroll. Don't look away. The fire still speaks. The veil is thinning now. The boundaries between what was hidden and what must be known are fading by the second. You can feel it in your bones. Something is about to erupt in your favor. Archangel Michael says, the flame inside you has now reached the threshold of divine manifestation. No more delay, no more silence. No more questioning whether you were meant for more. You were, and that more is knocking. You're not crazy for sensing shifts before they happen. You're not overthinking when your body tenses before certain people walk into the room. That's not anxiety. That's your spirit recognizing what your logic can't explain. The flame you carry is not just light. It's an antenna. It picks up divine frequencies that most people are too numb to notice. And now that sensitivity is going to save your destiny. There is a conversation taking place in a spiritual realm about you right now. Not in judgment, but in preparation. Archangels are reviewing blueprints, plans that were written before your first breath, strategies that account for every twist and turn you faced. And now heaven has decided. The hidden part of your calling must begin. It won't be announced with noise. It'll slip in quietly and explode everything that was falsely built around you. You're going to lose interest in things that once excited you. That's not boredom. That's breakthrough. The fire doesn't waste energy on expired versions of yourself. You're being emptied of false desires so that the real ones, divinely planted ones, can rise. When you start craving silence, truth, alignment, and freedom more than attention or validation, that's when you'll know the fire has completed the purge. Someone will try to make you feel guilty for your growth. They'll see you've changed, that you've become distant, that you're not who you used to be. And you need to look them in the eye and say, exactly. You didn't come this far to remain the version of you that was built by trauma, fear, or people-pleasing. You came to become what heaven always knew was inside you. There is an unlocking coming within your voice. Not just how you speak, but what your words do. Your voice will begin to stir things. It will cut through confusion. It will silence the noise. It will be used to open doors, heal wounds, and destroy spiritual contracts made against your life. Be careful with your words now. They are weapons of light. A decision you made recently. one that felt scary but necessary, has shifted your entire spiritual timeline. It was the final test, the last signal to heaven that you are no longer operating from fear. Because of that choice, blessings that were stuck behind spiritual resistance are now free to flow. Expect it. So, Reagan, expect divine disruptions. Expect what seemed impossible to start forming right in front of you. Your body is the temple where this fire lives. So now it will begin to guide your choices. What you eat, who you touch, where you go, and what you allow into your atmosphere. It all matters more, now. You'll feel strange around certain places, even sick around certain people. That's not negativity. That's your energy saying no more contamination. Listen to it. You are being upgraded into clarity. You will look at situations from years ago and suddenly understand. You'll realize why things had to fall apart. Why certain people betrayed you, why the door closed when you were ready to walk through it. The fire not only heals, it explains. And once you understand, you'll release the bitterness because nothing was wasted, every tear was collected, every wound was repurposed. Someone from your past may try to rewrite the story. They'll try to twist what happened to protect their own image, but you won't need to fight it. Truth has its own fire, and fire always finds oxygen. You just keep walking in silence and strength. Their version of the story will collapse under the weight of your elevation. Archangel Michael says, you are no longer in the phase of waiting. You are, now in the phase of walking. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know all the steps. Just walk. The fire will clear the path as your feet move. If you wait until everything makes sense, you'll miss the miracle. Go with what you feel in your spirit. Even if your mind can't explain it yet, you'll begin to notice patterns ending, relationships breaking, distractions dissolving, fake connections being exposed. It may feel like loss, but it's really alignment. The fire isn't destroying, it's revealing. Let go of what's falling. You can't take low-frequency attachments into a high-frequency future. Your name is being highlighted in someone's spirit. They don't know why they keep thinking about you, why your name keeps coming up. But soon they will be led to contact you. Offer something. Align with your purpose. Be open, but don't chase. The flame attracts what's meant. It doesn't force what's not aligned. There is a number that will appear to you soon, maybe on a clock, a receipt, or in a dream. It will repeat until you notice it. This number is part of your confirmation. It's not superstition. It's the flame talking. Write it down. When it comes to expect a shift within 24 hours, expect something sacred to come forward. It might be small at first, but its ripple will be massive. Now, pause and breathe. You've come through so much to get to this frequency. You're no longer surviving. You're expanding. You're no longer reacting. You're rising. You're no longer asking for permission. You're walking in authority. And it's not pride as purpose. It's the fire finally having room to breathe. If this message pierced your spirit, type Amen 2197 right now. That number is your divine agreement to continue walking in the fire. It's not just a comment. It's a covenant. And now take a moment to share this flame with someone you know, someone who's been quiet. Someone who's been broken, someone who needs to know they are not lost. They are becoming. Share this with your voice. Share it with your light. Subscribe now so you never miss when the next scroll opens. Stay till the end. What comes next is not just prophecy. It's an instruction directly from heaven's chamber. You'll know exactly what to do next. Don't scroll. The fire is not finished yet. The sacred flame within you has now reached its full height. What began as a quiet spark, ignited by pain and carried through seasons of silence, is now roaring with divine intelligence. You may feel like everything around you is vibrating, breaking, or falling apart. But Archangel Michael says, it's not falling apart. It's falling into place. The structures of your old life can no longer contain the frequency you're now stepping into. And that's why everything feels so intense right now. This is not chaos. This is rebirth. Your sensitivity is no longer a weakness. It's a weapon. Your ability to feel deeply, to hear what's not spoken, to sense what's approaching before it arrives. That was never a flaw. That was always the flame trying to guide you. And now it's sharp. You'll be able to walk into a room and instantly feel what belongs and what doesn't. You'll hear someone's tone and know their true intent without a single explanation. Trust that a scroll in heaven has just been unrolled. It contains instructions for the next phase of your journey. You won't receive it all at once. It will come in waves, in whiskers. Through moments of sudden clarity and divine nudges that don't make sense until they do. Pay attention to your thoughts right after waking up. That's when the veil is thinnest. That's when the downloads arrive. There is someone watching you right now, silently studying your transformation. They remember the old you, the version of you that was unsure, hesitant, apologetic. But what they are witnessing now terrifies them. Not because you're dangerous, but because you're undeniable. You become what they never believed you could survive to become. And it shakes the foundation of their own illusions. You're not just carrying light anymore. You've become the light. You're no longer a flame waiting to be noticed. You're the fire that others are being drawn to. Some will come with pure hearts. Others will come with hidden motives, but your flame will sort them before your mind can. Don't fear deception. The fire protects what it seals. Michael says you are about to receive a message through a phone call, a dream, or an unexpected encounter that will confirm something you've been feeling in your spirit for weeks. Don't ignore it. Don't second guess. This message is coded in divine timing. It will be the key that unlocks the next phase of your alignment. There is a location your spirit has been drawn to. It may be a city, a building, a piece of land, or even a place in nature. You felt it pulling at your awareness. Showing up in conversations, in dreams, in sudden instincts. That place carries a frequency connected to your scroll. Don't be afraid to explore it. Even if you don't move physically, your spiritual visitation there will begin a new level of instruction. People may begin asking you for advice without knowing why. They may open up, confess, seek comfort from you. That's because your energy now carries healing codes. The fire within you is not just for your elevation. It's for the awakening of others. You are becoming a portal of remembrance for those who forgot who they were. Be wise with this power. Let the flame lead your boundaries. Someone you once cried over will resurface in your thoughts. Not to tempt you, but to test your completion. You'll remember what you went through. You'll feel the old emotion rise. But you will not be moved. That's how you will know the fire finished its work in that area. You're not going back. You're not repeating cycles. You've been sealed by truth. Your finances are also aligning now. A divine opportunity that had been delayed, due to spiritual interference, is now being released. You'll know it by the peace you feel when it arrives. There won't be confusion. You won't be striving. It will come easily because it's already yours. It was only waiting for you to arrive at this frequency. Archangel Michael warns, don't announce everything you're doing right now. The fire is still shaping parts of your assignment in silence. If you speak too soon, you'll invite interference. Let your progress speak louder than your plans. Protect what's still forming. Go only when led, not when pleasure. You'll begin to see repeating signs, feathers, numbers, names, songs. These are not coincidences. These are heaven's way of confirming that you're not alone in this path, that what you feel is real, that what you're hearing in your soul is true. Document every sign. They are puzzle pieces, and soon the full picture will make you weep. There is something in your home that no longer aligns with your energy. It may be an object, a gift from someone who no longer belongs in your life, or a symbol from a past season. Michael says it's time to let it grow. Release it with love. Clear the space. Your environment must now match the sacredness of your spirit. You are not being called to just elevate. You are being called to lead, but not in the traditional sense. You will need a platform, a title, or applause. Your leadership is energetic. Your glow will guide. Your peace will lead. Your fire will make way for others to walk in their own light. If your soul feels tired, rest. The fire doesn't burn out when you pause. It recalibrates. You're not falling behind. You're being refined. Even your stillness is strategic. Even your silence is sacred. Let the flame carry the work while you rest and trust. Type Amen 155 below. If you feel this truth burning inside you, that number seals this part of your journey. It is your agreement with the fire that continues to shape what's next. Before you move, share this with someone who is on the edge of a breakthrough. Someone who needs to be reminded that they are not breaking, they are burning brighter. Subscribe now so the fire can follow you wherever you go. This message was not a coincidence. It was a divine meeting. Stay till the end. In the next moment, what is revealed will awaken the final layer, the deepest truth. The ultimate reason the message was sealed with fire in the first place. Don't look away now. The final flame is coming. Now the moment has arrived. The final veil is lifting. This is the hour when everything hidden behind the fire becomes visible to your spirit. You were never meant to walk blindly through this life. You were meant to see clearly, sharply, deeply. And now that your soul has endured the preparation, the purification, and the silence, Archangel Michael says, the final scroll has been opened. And it's glowing with a truth you've been carrying unknowingly since the day you were born. This truth is not for the faint-hearted. It's not wrapped in comfort or coated in soft words. It comes through fire because only fire can reveal it. You are not who you thought you were. You are not just someone moving through life trying to survive. You are a vessel of prophecy, a carrier of divine memory, a soul who made a vow before entering this world. A vow to complete something only you could complete. At heaviness you felt all your life wasn't weakness. It was the weight of your assignment. The reason you were different, emotional, observant, or spiritually intense. It wasn't accidental. The flame was already alive inside you even before you could speak it. That's why you felt things others ignored. That's why your intuition whispered louder than logic. Because you've always been holding this scroll in your spirit, waiting for the day it would be read aloud. This day is that day. There is a divine exchange taking place right now. A trade between timelines. Your old life is being pulled gently behind the curtain. And your real life, the one designed in fire, is stepping forward. You may feel it in waves, pressure in your chest, lightness in your feet, heat in your hands. This is spiritual recalibration. The flame is syncing your external world to your internal true. Someone in your family lineage made a silent request before they passed. It was not spoken out loud, but it was whispered in the spirit. Let the blessing find the one who can carry it with integrity. You were that one, that blessing, that promise, that unfulfilled miracle. It skipped generations, not because they weren't worthy, but because you were chosen to carry the fullness of it. And now it has found you. This is why the attacks on your life were so specific. The enemy didn't want your mind. He wanted your memory. He wanted to erase the ancient knowledge hidden inside your soul. Because if you remembered who you were, if you ever realized the magnitude of your purpose, darkness would lose its grip over every space you enter. But the fire preserved your memory. And now you remember the pain you went through, wasn't just for healing. It was for inheritance. Every betrayal activated a layer of your anointing. Every breakdown opened a doorway to revelation. You're not broken. You're open. And that openness is where heaven will now pour the final part of this sacred message. There is a name tied to your purpose that will come to you in a dream soon. It may be someone living or someone past or someone you haven't yet met. But when you hear it, your entire spirit will react. Your heartbeat will change, your energy will rise. Don't ignore it. Write it down. That name is a key and it will unlock an opportunity, a connection, or a turning point that shifts everything. Archangel Michael says, the final part of the fire is not about what you gain. It's about what you give. Your story is no longer just yours. It is medicine for others. Your voice is no longer just an expression. It is a frequency that calls others out of their darkness. This is why you had to survive. This is why you were protected when everything tried to destroy you. You are now the carrier of a divine frequency. That means your words carry activation. Your eyes carry peace. Your presence carries shift. Be mindful of who you share space with now. The flame will automatically start repelling what is false and attracting what is sacred. Don't resist the changes. Don't chase the old. You've stepped into spiritual leadership, whether you realize it or not. This is your homecoming. The reason this message was sealed with fire is because it could not be spoken until the moment of total readiness. The fire serve is both protective and purifier. What you're receiving now would have overwhelmed you 2 years ago. But now you're not just ready, you're hungry. Your spirit has been crying for this, and now it is being fed with divine truth. You are entering the season where confirmation will arrive faster than questions. Where prayers will manifest quicker than doubts. Where you will say a name and receive a call. Where you will release a thing and receive a miracle. Not because you're lucky, but because the seal hath been broken. Michael says to be still for a moment. Let the gravity of this truth enter your soul without resistance. Let it fill the spaces that grief once owned. Let it silence every voice that ever told you that you were too much or not enough. Because now you know who you are. And more importantly, you know whose you are. From this moment forward, nothing will remain the same. Conversations will sound different, rooms will feel different. Time will feel shorter. This because you've now aligned with the divine clock. What took years will now take weeks. What you lost will return in upgraded form. What you prayed for will arrive in forms you didn't expect, but perfectly needed. If your soul is trembling right now, it means you've received the full download. You've not just heard this message. You've absorbed it. Your eyes have seen through the fire. Your heart has been branded by truth. And your life is about to reflect the new timeline. Type him in 3333 in the comments to seal this fire once and for all. This number is sacred. This is the final agreement. The final yes. The mark that the scroll has been fully unsealed. Share this message now. Let someone else feel what you just felt. Let someone else awaken. Let someone else find their fire. Subscribe now. Not out of habit, but to stay connected to what heaven will speak next. You didn't just finish this message, you answered it. You didn't just hear the truth, you became it. This message was sealed with fire because you were always meant to carry it. And now you do. The fire has done its work. You are no longer waiting. You are walking. No longer searching. You are becoming. Every breath you take now echoes with divine memory. Archangel Michael stands beside you. Not as a messenger anymore, but as a witness to your rise. You are the living scroll, the sealed flame, the answered prophecy. The world may not recognize you at first, but heaven always did. This message was not just a revelation. It was a release. Now walk forward with authority, grace, and peace. Type M9 999 to complete the circle. Your time has come. You are ready.